you guys, welcome back to my channel. So it looks like there is good news for Kevin Hart. He will be leaving the hospital very soon. Reports are stating that he will be leaving the hospital today on Tuesday the 10th, or at the very latest tomorrow, Wednesday the 11th. Now sources are saying that he will be going to a rehab facility where he will receive inpatient physical therapy. Kevin has been hospitalized for the past 9 days since his car crash left him with 3 spinal fractures that had to be fused during a surgery. Once Kevin gets released from the hospital, he will be taken to an inpatient physical therapy facility where it is said that he will be spending 1 to 2 weeks there before he gets to go home. Kevin has been receiving some physical therapy in the hospital. While he's been in the hospital, he has been taking short walks and he can even climb a few steps, but he needs more intense PT, so he will be receiving that once he leaves the hospital and he makes it over to the rehab facility. Sources are saying that he is eager to get out and that he has been in really good spirits. So something else that is interesting with this case, it has to do with his vehicle. His 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. There is a lot of questioning as to the safety conditions of the car. Had it been up to date with safety conditions, could he have gotten out of the vehicle with less injuries than he received? So this is what California Highway Patrol, they are going to be doing over the next few weeks. They're going to be taking this car apart. They are going to be stripping it down to nothing but the nuts and bolts, so if they can see what caused the accident. The California Highway Patrol, they are stating that this is protocol to disassemble cars that are involved in either fatal or major injury accidents to determine the cause of the crash. It is a 3-week process. The first week will consist of them just taking the car apart. The second and third weeks will involve evaluating the evidence and writing a report. Now this comes from TMZ. TMZ says, our law enforcement source says the end result may be a recommendation by the CHP, California Highway Patrol, to the state legislator to require that car companies that customize and restore classic cars must install safety harnesses, even if it deviates from the original vehicle. In Kevin's case, the Barracuda is a 1970, which there were no harnesses. The harnesses back then were not required, or they did not come installed in cars. TMZ goes on to say that, as one CHP source told them, even if there were mechanical problems with the car that caused the crash, a safety harness could have prevented or minimized the serious back injuries that Kevin and the driver suffered. Now you guys, just looking at the pictures, it's quite obvious that the guys were lucky, that Rebecca was lucky to get out of the vehicle with hardly any injuries. I think they said just a few minor pains. So she was extremely lucky, especially considering the fact that there were no safety harnesses in the vehicle at the time of the accident. Jared and Kevin were not as lucky, but they were still very lucky, considering that by the looks of the car, they probably could have easily been injured a lot worse. So looking here at TMZ, I'm going to read you guys some more of what TMZ reported. It says, we're told that CHP does care if the car wasn't properly restored. The CHP has actually pushed legislation over salvage cars that are unsafely restored, and now those cars must be inspected by the department. The CHP has offices in the state capitol in Sacramento, and department officials work closely with the legislators to push vehicle safety laws. We're told Kevin's crash, along with other similar crashes involving classic cars, may mean in the future every one of those cars must be outfitted with a harness that could prevent major injury and or death. So basically what they're saying is that they're trying to get legislators to approve laws where even classic cars or older cars will require safety harnesses. So that is what is going on, you guys. They will be tearing this car apart. Not that it's not already torn apart. It's pretty demolished as it is, but they're going to be digging into it even further to see if they can figure out if there was something that happened within the car to cause the accident. I did see reports that stated it was proved that Kevin was in fact the passenger of the vehicle when the accident happened. I know there's been a lot of speculation as to him possibly being the driver, and that may have been the reason why he was seen being pulled out of the driver's side window, and he took off. A lot of people speculated that maybe he had been drinking and he was the driver, so he wanted to get away from the scene before the cops arrived. A lot of people have wondered, you know, what is going on with this, because he did leave. He left his friends there. He left before cops arrived. He went home, where he stayed for 2 hours, or for about an hour and a half, before a unidentified female called 911 and reported that he needed emergency services. So a lot of the, you know, pieces to this puzzle aren't really fitting together yet, but more and more information has started to come out, so I figure that we will find out exactly what went on that night at some point in time. The Rock has spoke out about Kevin's condition. He's had a lot of his famous friends come visit him and speak out in support of him. So that is what's going on, you guys. Remember to wish Kevin well, send prayers, positive vibes to him. Also to Jared and Rebecca as they continue to recover. Like I said, Rebecca just has a few bumps and bruises, but still send well wishes, send positive vibes their way. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.